S-845. So here is the trio. Of course, the Collinite number S-845 Speed Wax has everything you need in one bottle, and it's supposed to be a quick, speedy application and wipe off. Application seems easy enough. You just need the Speed Wax. You need 2 microfiber towels. Go ahead and shake up the rich formula vigorously. It's going to be almost atomizing coming out of the nozzle. You have the spray, you have the stream. I would spray it onto a microfiber. You can spray it directly onto the surface. You want to do a surface 3x3 or 4x4 if you're indoors and you are under roof, as I am here. A 4x4 section or half of this hood is perfectly fine. So one of these would be the wipe off towel. Let's just use this one. You can spray directly onto the surface. I prefer spraying into a towel and then spreading it out from there. That way your little mist particles and droplets don't fly everywhere. You may not want them to be. So spread out the product. Grab your second towel. Wipe it off before it dries. We do not want this to haze over. You want to wipe it off before it completely dries. Flip that towel over again and buff to perfection until you see no streaking whatsoever. Now this was a hell of a lot easier than the original Insulator Wax. Not the slickest in the world, but looks good, looks fantastic. Definitely didn't take away from the shiny reflective surface I already had. So I'm just going to quick do the other side and show you again. Again, I prefer just to spray into the microfiber. You can spray right onto the surface, spread it out, and then before it dries, come in with your dry plush microfiber, buff it off. Not much streaking even on the blacked out headlight here and on the PPF. You can use this on PPF paint. You can use this on any sealant, any coating, or just bare clear coat or single stage paints. And that's it. Let me grab you off a camera mount here. And without shaking you around too much, as you can see, a nice crisp reflection. Now you do want to wait 1 full hour before letting it get introduced to free-flowing water or rainfall, and then you're pretty much good to go. You can layer within an hour, and you can layer as often as you'd like, maybe between maintenance visits, between washes. It looks pretty good. Okay, next, we're going to set up a test panel over there, apply it to the test panel, let it cure, and test the hydrophobic properties, gloss, slickness, and durability. We have the test panel set up here, and at the very least, they do want you to do a wash and a full decon, iron remover, clay, and if you can, polish it, even if it's with just a cleaner polish and by hand. So let's quickly get that done here. We'll just use a rinseless wash, a quick polish, a panel prep, tape off a little bit of a section, it's masking tape, we'll get it on there. Oh, wrong towel. Would have helped if I had the towel. Ready to go. Getting my 10,000 steps in today. Okay, then you would want to clay and use your ferrous metal or iron remover. And for the very last step, get some polishing in. That really gives you a clean slate as your last step before protection. Always stop your polisher. Let it come to a complete rest before you lift it from the panel. Extends the life of your polisher, backing plate, and pads just a little bit longer. Take care of them. All right, we have a nice, smooth, corrected surface. Now, we use panel prep. Douse it. What are you saving it for? When you're using a panel prep, douse it. Maybe even let it set there for a couple minutes to dwell, do its thing, break up whatever is left on that panel so you have a nice, squeaky, clean, smooth, reflective surface. Okay, mask off an area, get it applied, let it cure. Okay, we have an area masked off here. We have our 2 microfiber towels. We have our speed wax. We'll shake it up again. Make sure we have that nice, thick, rich formula all mixed up and ready to go. We'll spray it onto the surface. Kind of see what that looks like. Looks like skim milk. And we'll spray into the microfiber. Spread out evenly. In the section you're working on, we're going to let it sit a little bit, but we don't want it to dry. So let's bring in the second microfiber. And as you're wiping, you're going to see that it starts to evaporate. See that? And eventually, you're just left behind with a smooth, not slick, but smooth, reflective, dripping wet looking surface. Much, much easier. Let's let this cure. We'll give it, well, I have stuff to do, so we'll come back later in the day, later this afternoon, and go from there. Okay, it's had plenty of time to cure, many hours, late in the afternoon. It does still feel nice and silky, not extra slick or anything, but a bit of a difference from the outside. And when it comes to gloss, starting in the 90s there, 91, there we have 92, 92, 92. So the gloss went up slightly. It does have a nice wet, dripping wet look to it. No doubt about that. Okay, slickness. Block side by side. See which one takes off, or are they going to slide off at exactly the same point and moment. As I said, feels nice and silky smooth, but it's not the slick feel that you'd be used to from a ceramic spray or a graphene spray. Okay, next, let's remove the masking tape here. Then we'll check for jetting effect, meaning does it make the area you apply it to make it look deeper, richer, a different shade. That may not mean anything to you. It may mean something to others, and there really is no difference. I don't see much of an outline anywhere. Hopefully that line will be more evident when we introduce water, and that's what we're going to do next. We'll check and see what the water behavior is. Does it sheet? Does it bead? Let me know down in the comment section what you think it will do. All right, water behavior. So we can see a marked difference. The area that's been protected compared to outside. We have beading, tight beads, and just sheeting where it's sitting on top of the surface here. Difference. And there's the difference. There's the line right there. So not bad, not bad. Now let me grab the blower, the shop blower, the leaf blower. Let me tilt you back just a little bit further right there, and we'll see how easy or difficult it would be to dry the car from there. All right, just your old standard Cobalt leaf blower. Quick and easy to dry. You would be around your car in easy 3 to 5 minutes. Let's just start with a simple wash, pH neutral. What we normally see with some of these products is rejecting the shampoo. I don't see that so far. Let's rinse. Oop, almost knocked you guys off the stand. You can easily see where the protection is. There's a nice, perfect square right there. And inside, you have the beading. So let's do a 10 wash test and see how it holds up. So let's just stop right there at this point. Still has some protection here. It's starting to break down there. We have some sheeting. And just a little bit of beading right here. So let's grab the leaf blower one more time and see if it's now grabby when you go to dry it. And it is right there. Not bad, still right here, but it's starting to break down. So after about 10 washes with a pH neutral shampoo, you have a little bit of degradation in some areas. You want to kill it off? Let's try and kill it off. Let's say you have this on your wheels. You want to clean your wheels, or a little bit of this sprays up onto the surface when you're cleaning your wheels because of a light breeze. Let that sit on there for a little bit. maybe grab a microfiber and rub it into. You could see the area that has protection. We'll rub this in. Now let me grab the hose and rinse that again. Let's give it a wash. Make sure there's no residue. And we just have this area here that's sheeting really fast. Nothing wrong with that. I like sheeting anyways. But gives you an idea. So I would say go ahead and put a couple layers of this on, and it'll give you a couple months of protection. Its strength, to me, if you ask me, and this is subjective, is going to be its look. I like the nice, wet, buttery look to it. Okay guys, let me know down in the comments section what you think, what your initial thoughts are. This is subjective, so the results can be different in your area and how you apply it and maintain it, but it is definitely quicker and easier to use. The results aren't bad. The original stack with the Insulator Wax and the Menzerna polymer sealant was the juice worth the squeeze. That was a little bit of work to do that. Let us know down in the comments section what you think. This has been Brian from Apex Detail. We've taken a look at this. I'm more anxious to take a look at the other two products. They seem quick and easy. They do have a bit of SiO2. The other one has SiO2 and graphene. We'll take a look at those in another video. Catch you later.